This is Making Moves, and we're 50,000 Rand to invest in a business. 13 entrepreneurs will come face to face with our panel of judges to pitch for this investment.
So what's the plan?
Your business could be in line to win this grand prize in our Money in the Bank series. Your business could be operating from home, the streets, or at a fancy office, normally from a bicycle. Oksalayo, we are looking for you. Only 4 entrepreneurs will make it to the final episode to pitch for that investment. Watch Making Moves every Monday, 2 p.m. on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure.
I've got a showroom where I showcase my work. That's in Mohlakeng. Keep pushing.
I'm a little bit confused. Your page has got nothing about the financials. What are you going to do with the 50,000 Rand?
I don't understand where your business makes money.
In what business are you?
Yeah.
Renting out cars? 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 Cars?
Ngeminyaka ama-90s, ama-music videos we-hip-hop aphuma lena phesheya kwey'lwandle ebedume kakhulu-ke ngey'moto zikaNobusho. Abanye bethu bekuyisifiso kuthina ukuthi ngabe lezo y'moto zikaNobusho singaba nazo-ke ngelinye lamalanga. Usomabhizinisi-ke yena-ke osafufusa ophuma laphayana-ke eMohlakeng insizwa-ke yona-ke ethi kubuyisa-ke lo msebenzi lo-ke lapha ekhaya wey'moto-ke zikaNobusho-ke ezithintathintwe-ke ngalokho esikubiza ngokuthiwa-ke ikasi flavor. Sithathe isikhathi-ke samvakashele workshop yakhe lapho khona siboneke umsebenzi wakhe omuhle lona wenzayo, saphinde futhi sabona-ke nezinye zey'moto ake wathi yena-ke ukuzithintathinta.
Hi, Nkululeko Gumede, i-founder ye-Whitehall Boys. Into esiyenzayo si-customize imoto in a different, unique way. For example, into esiyenza sifaka limo doors, we restore cars, since I'm a remote starter, basically pimp my ride. That's what we actually do.
Usomabhizinisi wethu namhlanje sizobe sichitha usuku naye. Yena-ke ibhizinisi lakhe lizinze lapha kule ndawo engikuyona eMohlakeng. Le nsizwa lena-ke yona isebenza kwibhizinisi elisenkundleni eyahlukile. Yena-ke phela-ke uthi ushuna izimoto ukuze zibukeke. Into engifuna ukuyazi ukuthi-ke yena kule bhizinisi lakhe wenza umsebenzi onjani. Futhi enye into engifuna ukuyibona yilezi izimoto zakhe lezi athi yena uyazishuna. Kuthiwa ngisizulu mangibeka nenza imoto ukuthi zibukeke, niyazikhanyisa niyazishuna. Awuchazele kahle hle. Niyazishuna niyazikhanyisa. Yini leyo?
For example, uthola udokotela olungisa umzimba.
Yebo baba.
Then uthola isaluni yenza ama-makeup nani. So thina senza abo-makeup senza kuthi ibe nalo mehluko lo.
Ibe nalo mehluko imoto.
Yeah.
Mayimothi nenza leyo moto ibe nomehluko niyenza njani ngoba umunye umuntu athi asiyayilula siyayigobulula lapha mayishayisa ithintekile. Nina Grand Shop nenzani? Angihlukanisele yona phansi umshaye leyo.
For example, imoto noma uyithenga. Ngizokunikeza example le client A1. Akafuna i-sports car. Mara akayifuna nge-4 door. Kafuna iminyango yaphezulu. Manje ama-sports car iminyango yaphezulu aphuma nge-2 seater. So le akayitholile i-4 seater. Wathi siyiconverte siyenze ukuthi ibe iminyango iyephezulu. For example enye yokuthi imoto moyithola noma ungathola ngizothi ama-golf awekho personalized into ehlukile number plate. So umuntu uzofuna ukuyi-personalize in terms of siyenzele ezasithi sifake i-makeup, ama-touch up, senze ama-racing stripe, starte nge-remote, ama-xenon light, just towards siyenza towards your personality.
Ukuze udecide udazini na into engifuna ngena kuyo idea qhamuka.
Okay, imoto mina angingakwazi ukungafuna ukuthi bangithengele imoto entsha. mina ngathatha i-Ford Cortina ngayipersonalize towards i-character yami yokuthi no ngifuna into esonaso ngayenza iminyango ngayifakela i-computer ngaphakathi then from there on abantu baba ne-interest bathanda lento le engiyenzile ngaphakathi kwayo then from there on yaqala ke ukuthena kuba yi-business.
Yebo baba. Siqale ngalo mshini obomvu.
Yeah.
Ngitshele kabanzi ngala.
Lena ihalad imoto yabo 70s 60s 70s.
Yes.
Lethe iclient ase Free State.
Okay.
Uthi sizo restore sicalele phansi nayo le moto lena. Sayenza i-body work, sa remove i-rust, sa polish ama-BD. Sibhizi manje sayifakela ne-engine. I-engine siconvertile sayifakela i-engine yamanje yokuthi izokwazi ukulasta at least another 15 years or so.
Hayi, ikhulu le moto yakho. Okay.
Yeah.
So ngiyayibona lento eshoyo ke nithinta thintile.
Yeah.
Ihlalo azikho.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
as I said, sasebhizi lana sifake i-stone ship sayifaka i-dynomet. I-dynomet into abayifaka kule imoto lezi manje for mo driver ungezwi iskontiri. Ne soundproof ne waterproof basically. Yeah.
Wayele esikoleni noma kube yinto o decide ukuthi uzoyifunda ulokwenza umsebenzi.
Azange ngiyele esikolweni okuthando weimoto.
Hlangana no days 3-4 years back wangibona ngiyenza lespan Deza wajabula ukuspana no Deza sispana kahle akuna msindo siyabonisana.
When do you think you're going to start making money from this business?
I'm just being patient, doing the best as I can.
At the end of the day, if I learn Zimali,
Yeah.
even if it's a passion.
Nkululeko has always been good with his hands since childhood. Ekhaya lakhe sithole ithuba lokuxoxisana nobaba wakhe. Yena ke sitshelile ukuthi lensizwa lena ke ibibhekene nama challenges anjani ngalesikhathi sakhula.
Mina into engayicabanga ngacabanga ukuthi it will be for the goodwill of him. Ngoba angeke ufoste umntwana ukuthi alandele i-direction ethize when abantu ama-educators bak-advise ukuthi lo mntwana uclever ngezandla zakhe.
E-Yuval Boys engifunda khona then ngangena isikolo special school Forest Town. That time ngisasemncane I didn't know. Every kid will get excited to go to a different school level. Uber curious ukuthi okay, what's that school all about and so on, you know.
You channel a child to where he belongs, which is still lacking in us blacks, or we're not enlightened a lot when it comes to that. Sazi ukuthi umntwana stupid. Uyayibona leyo nto. In a true sense, akunamntwana stupid. Noma ngithenga ama-toys beka prefer imoto kunokuthi aprefere into ezinjengeyibhamu. Uyazi ukuthi kudala abantwana bebaprefera bathengelwe ibhamu, mina bekafuna imoto.
I was more into stripping, stripping furniture and so on, like whatever, TV or a radio and so on. So while I was busy trying to figure out what's going inside the devices.
Beko umuntu ofuna ukwazi ngaso sonke isikhathi. Uma ebona into bekafuna ukwazi ukuthi lento yenzeke kanjani ukuze ibe kanje. The mother left. We used to stay at the corner house there next to the church. Up to today, it is still a mystery how she left, because we were asleep and we woke up, she was not there.
Umama qeda ukuhamba umele uqala ukusifundisa ngoba obviously there's specific things umama kamele akufundise, then kunezinto ubaba kamele akufundise, yabona. So engikhula ezinye izinto engizama ukuzifigure out.
Nkululeko then, I think he was around about 6, 8. So ukhule akhuliswa yimi. Kwama-affecta yena, but I managed to play a role of a father and a mother. Namkhulisa.
Ama-lessons engiwafundile yokuthi uhlonipha abanye abantu ngaphandle, nokuthi ube self-discipline, nokuthi uconcentrate ngento oyenzayo, ungahambi ngabangani.
Nkululeko Gumede ko khone ke dutse. So mpiditse a re ke tlo mo phushisa dikoloi. So ke mo phushitse dikoloi, then ampela gore a batla go itse dilo tse ke di etsang. So ke re a ka batla, and ke rata mosebetsi wa ke batla go itse dilo tse di etsang. So a ba ka moso o tle tsa dilo tse ke di etsang. Nkululeko a ke motho sharpo a kwate go bela fact ya go bela dilo tse ding go bela fact a ntse ntho wrong go bela gore ntho e etsang wrong.
Umuntu makangibhekile wasitshela ukuthi ngumuntu ohef, because angismile most of the time. I'm forever concentrating. I won't really communicate now, but if I see you're not gonna add any value or you'll be up to no good, I'm entertaining you.
White boys bona ke bathi bayaziqhenya ngomsebenzi abawenzayo oseqophelweni eliphezulu noma kuyiphi ke ngayiphi noma imoto ke lena abasebenza kuyona. Kodwa ke it's going to take more than craftsmanship to turn the business wheels spinning. Njengamanje ke uNkululeko ke ulapha e-studio sethu uxoxisana no Pepsi ngokumtshela ngama challenges yena ke abhekene nawo ngebusiness lakhe.
Hi, I just arrived in the studios. I'm a bit nervous, but the weather's a bit bad, but I hope everything goes well. Thanks.
White Wall Boys is the brainchild of Nkululeko Gumede, a car enthusiast who identified a niche within the car customization field. He's a self-taught panel beater, and he's also learning that the automobile industry is not a get-rich-quick type of business. He's here to outline some of the business opportunities that he's exploring. Nkululeko, welcome to Making Moves. All right, so just the background and then why did you start this business?
It's for uthanda imoto. Every guy, you yourself, uthanda imoto, you know. It's something that umuntu kakhule ngayo and akayithanda. Yeah, I would say it's for the love of the game.
Okay, so I've seen some of your numbers and the turnover yakho and whatnot and some of the challenges you have in the business.
Yeah.
When do you think you're going to start making money from this business?
I think when the right time happens, you know, I cannot really tell, because one thing is it's a passion
And once you look at it against Mali, it becomes something different. I'm just being patient, doing the best as I can.
Okay, sure. So, passion, it's a business. So, at the end of the day, if I lend Mali, even if it's a passion, so what are the things that need to happen in order for it to start making money?
Okay, I need to invest more into the business. For example, let me make an example. There's a reality in your fantasy. Your reality, it's stuff that you need like now, you know, your lifestyle. Then your fantasy, it's something that you still want to grow, meaning investing back into the business. So I'm trying by all means, at least but I need to invest, but at the same time, I need to satisfy my fantasy. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are, but then what do you need to invest in the business? So the immediate things, let's talk about the short-term things, in order to take the business from where it is to maybe 2 or 3 times its size.
Okay, I would say probably, let's say, like your spray booth. It's one of the expensive things, your tools, basically, you know, because of the cars that I'm working with, it's expensive cars, but I use the basic tools that I have, you know. Only big companies can afford these expensive tools. I would say it's tools. That's what I need mostly.
Maria, you're coping now without the expensive tools.
Yeah.
So what do the expensive tools change? Having the expensive tools, would it improve the quality of Ispanisako? Would it make it faster so you could do more cars? Or what impact would more tools have on the business?
Yeah, it would deliver the work faster. For example, when I talk about the spray booth, when the weather's cold, you cannot really spray. You have to wait for a certain temperature. But besides that, when somebody sprays, when we're using the same workshop, the other work pauses, and the quality of the work will be improved. So it's like three in one, basically. When I talk about maybe your spray booth, that's one of the examples that I'm trying to give you.
Okay. What do you think you need to provide in terms of AMA service just to cover your overheads and make a bit of a profit? Just the base of the business, because every business needs a base. Just the things that pay the rent on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
What is that?
This year, for example, the one guy that came, I said to him, how many cars do you have? Then he says, I've got around 80 cars. And I was like, how about I maintain those cars for your scratches and so on? That's where I'm starting to think of that basic income that's going to sustain the business.
A restoration.
Yeah.
So top end, how much does it cost? Bottom end, how much does it cost?
Okay, restoration. You're looking at, if a car's basic and so on, you're looking at 80K.
80K for full top end restoration.
Yeah, for your bodywork, upholstery.
And then entry level restoration?
Entry, you're looking maybe at 30.
It's a non-starter. If you're going to charge 80,000 and 60%, 70% of that is going towards materials.
Yeah.
And then that job is going to take 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
The maths doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The maths doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because it means that you're actually getting in maybe 10,000 a month into the shop from that one job.
Yeah.
So that's your one option.
Yeah.
Your second option is just to focus on high-end projects.
Yeah.
Where you're just doing big restorations, but then you have to find wealthy clients that are willing to spend that kind of money for a Sunday car.
Yeah.
But then it can't be a 80,000 rand job. It has to be a 300,000 rand job.
Yeah.
It has to be a $500,000 rand job.
Yeah, if you're touching base on that, it's something also, I've got somebody that's helping me out. The one thing that I've discovered as well is already I've got a supercar at the actual workshop. It got bumped, insurance doesn't pay up. Then I figured out I got other 4 people as well that have got the same problem. So it's something I'm looking at, that it's a gap. And another thing is, with these sports car in South Africa, the prices are ridiculous to actually fix the car. It's maybe 80% of the actual car if it get bumped. But as I say, it's things that I'm looking at, but at the same time, if I go into that as well, it needs a cash flow in terms of I need the right tools for that, you know?
I think you need to consider getting advice and getting support from other people, because it's very lonely as an entrepreneur to try and come up with all the answers by yourself. So you need to speak to other people and you need to trust, even if it's one or two people that can support you in your business and give you advice. So I'm going to start you off and send you off for a mentoring session so that you can get ready for your pitch tomorrow. All right. Despite the wonderful work that Nkululeko is producing, the business is not growing quite as quickly as he'd like it to. He also wants to expand his services in order to generate daily cash flow. I'm pairing him up with a business coach to help him map out his plans and prepare for that all-important pitch tomorrow.
My studio interview with Pepsi, it was actually okay, you know, we touched bases where I don't usually touch bases with other people, you know. So it was quite interesting.
You've got a business partner in this.
Right now, he is not contributing much due to, it's something we started together.
If a partner is not contributing in your business, he is not a partner, he's a parasite in the business.
Nkululeko has outlined his strategy of growing the business. Kodwa kumqoka kakhulu ke yena ke kumele athole ke izindlela ezizomsiza ngokuthi ke yena akwazi ukuqula ibhizinisi lakhe ukuze likwazi kuba nomthelela masishane. Njengamanje ke lensizwe ezothola ithuba lokuthi ke ihlale phansi ixoxisane nomqeqeshi. Yena akozomnikeza izingcebiso zokuthi yena angaliguqula kanjani ibhizinisi lakhe.
How long have you been operating this business?
I could say from 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a couple of years that you've been doing this, probably 5 years around that.
Yeah.
Okay, you fixing cars, you customizing cars, you restoring. Let's first get that out of the way, because I'll tell you, one of my first concern with the business is that I'm not very clear, and it does not come out clear what is it that you do in this business. Are you customizing, are you fixing, or are you restoring? Because that's 3 different markets.
Yes, 3 different markets.
So which one are you in?
I actually restore and also customize, you know. I actually do both at the same time.
All right.
Also maybe repairs and so on. For me to do that, it's restoring takes a bit of time. You know, customizing it's quicker than restoring. You know, then fixing it's your daily income. You know, something will take a day or 2.
He's more of an autocrat than anything else. He's a guy that wants to make cars look good. He's a person that wants to fix cars and that. But is he an entrepreneur? I don't know. You need to define this business. You need to define it and say, when someone talks about the white wall boys, what are they talking about? You understand? Because you don't want also, I sort of feel that there's a bit of loss of focus when we come and say white wall boys. What is it that they do? And you need to be clear on that. You know, when someone calls out the name, it should be a name that says it's sound. It should be the name that says it's customized. It should be the name that says it's restorations. When you do all of them at the same time and you tend not to master any of them, it gets difficult to compete in the industry. Because what are you competing in the industry as? And that's what I want us to be clear about. What is it that we are competing in the industry as? The industry is brilliant. It's an industry that has got opportunities, but he needs to choose his angle in this industry. You know what's worrying me though? You've got a business partner in this. What is it that the partner is contributing to the business?
Right now, he is not contributing much due to, it's something we started together. Then when we started together, it became just a hobby of doing cars, you know. And he invested money into the business, into the vision and the goal.
He invested money in the business to start the business or to customize his car?
You could say we started by customizing his car.
So the money that he contributed in the business was not a business partner. It's the money that he contributed for his car to be done.
Yeah, you could say so. But at the same time, also other opportunities that we came along. Okay, let's try this out. Then it didn't work out, you know. So he's a person that used to listen to the vision and the goal that I had, you know. Then from there on, due to also me not having the finance, him understanding where I wanted to go, at that time, it's where it started, you know.
See, I'm going to be direct with you.
Yeah.
A business cannot carry a partner without any contribution.
Yeah.
If a partner is not contributing in your business, he is not a partner, he's a parasite in the business. You cannot in a business have someone that comes and put money in the business and has got nothing to do with business, no impact in the business, no advice to the business and that. A person like that, when you lose the money, they will come back and say, you have lost my money.
The business partner that is no longer contributing much, how I need to sort it out just in case if I would actually get more funding for the actual business itself.
I looked at your website and you were offline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You've been offline on your website. This is the type of a business that is a visual business. People want to see what you're talking about. When you say you customize cars, it says nothing to me. I want to see how you customize cars. Being in that space and having your website down doesn't work.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's a big no-no.
I already got someone that to specialize in website, but he has to have an idea of what I actually specialize in and just direct. And I think I need that partner that will have the time just to assist on that department.
With the 50,000 rand that you are here for, what are the plans? Where do you see this money changing your business?
Improving the way I work, but mostly able to get tools to employ more people, because usually on weekends I have a lot of youth that come to me to come assist, you know.
If I were him, the 50,000, I will probably spend it more in, and this will depend on which market does he feel he's strong in. If it's in the restoration market, and I'll spend that money more on getting the parts into the business, because that is the big need.
I found my coaching session, it was very interesting. You know, he showed some points that I needed to start looking at where I turned the blind eye on. For example, I'll restore a car, it'll take me 6 months, it pays 80,000.
You're holding 50,000 rand in your hand.
Yes.
With your situation today.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with the 50,000 rand?
Kunjani bhuti wami?
Khona njani?
Hayi ngiyaphila bhuti wami.
Uphilile.
Sikwamukele futhi usubuyile usuku lesibili kumele uzopitcha.
Yeah.
Sizwe kanjani?
Ngishap, nervous, ngishap.
Nervous.
Yeah.
Yini ekwenza ukuthi ube nervous mntaba?
Ayi angazi, ngijwayelanga.
Okay, so uprepareni mntaka baba ngaphambi kokuthi ungene uyopitcha.
Prepare ukuthi ngikhulume ngendaba yayo workshop na i showroom nokuthi le funding lena ngibone best ukuthi izonginceda kuphi. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say izinto lapha ngaphatha zikambele kahle. Kusho ukuthini for wena lokho? Ngabe usazoqhubeka kodwa ngeke ukwenza ukuthi mhlawumbe uphuke umoya?
Look, kuzoba kuyibonus ngoba at the end of the day ngizongokufunda vele lana yabona. Ukuthi bazonginceda ukuzofunda. Hayi ukuthi angibhekelanga iprice but ngibone la engafunda khona. Yeah.
Yeah, angazi incwadi yakho nayo.
Yeah.
Oh, ila umbale phansi amanothi.
Notebook yeah.
Oh, amanothi ala.
Yeah.
Okay, hayi nokulungile ke mfethu. Shona khona ke bakulindile ngale.
Shapo Jampoy.
Sharp, wena?
Umnat.
Aye, kencenge.
Okay, relax, take a deep breath. Exactly. You're dressed like a mechanic, you know, which is true to your business.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about your pitch today?
I'm okay. I'm a bit nervous, but I was sitting down and just checking the whole thing out.
Okay.
You know, seeing how I can pitch and how it can benefit my business and where do I actually need the actual funding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my extreme left is Lucas. You've spent a bit of time with him.
Yeah.
And had a bit of a chat with him yesterday.
Yes.
On my left is Martine.
Okay.
You've got 4 minutes to pitch your business, and that 4 minutes starts now.
Okay. We're a customization business. What I do, I customize cars. These are the pictures that I'll show you, the before and the after. This is the actual before. We actually restored this as a supercar, it's a Maserati. Then after we're done, this is the afterwards, how it looked. Now, I was sitting down looking where I actually need the funding. I thought I needed on the marketing side of everything. What we do, I've got a showroom where I showcase my work. That's in Mohlakeng. Keep pushing. To showcase my actual work, when you look at the keep pushing word, it was my grandfather's bicycle shop in the 60s. I wrote keep pushing because the evolution that has changed from bicycles to cars. That's where you see the actual rim, the stickman, where he's actually pushing to the actual future, meaning the love of the game, it's still there, you know? Then this is to showcase the actual showroom inside. When you come in to actually see our quality work, I don't have to actually take you to the workshop, you know? So I wanted to actually get the funding to actually improve more on that. We already, for example, I already bought few vintages from the actual township that belongs to few icons. What I do is restore cars. So with these cars, I've been working on them, but I haven't completed the cars. What I want to do is I want to complete these cars so when you come as a customer, I can actually showcase my actual work and why you should be investing in the actual business itself in terms of you bringing your car. These are the actual cars that I've collected from the actual township. For example, I've got a Constantia and a Valiant. Some of the cars are already customized, but I haven't completed customizing it. I need finance to actually complete them. While I finish customizing the cars, what we'll do is we'll still use them for tourism as well. Because the biggest problem that I have, the challenge is, the projects that I do, they take a period of a long time. But if I focus and throw this money in here, at least that will generate that from tourism, that extra finance that will sustain the business, and it will showcase the actual work that we do, and people have no idea of the actual vintage, the customization business. They'll have an idea. At the same time, if you cannot afford to actually buy a vintage car, you can actually come and you can take it for a tour. That's where I'm planning to actually use the actual finance in terms of completing these projects. These are the cars as I showed you, but the cars, the nice thing about it, they've got a whole lot of history, because one is that it's a Valiant. It used to be a taxi back in the days. One of it is a Constantia. It also used to be a taxi in the days, and a Chevy 2 as well. But what we have done with the Valiant, we customized it to showcase what we actually do. We converted it into a 2-door, and it's a drop top. But what I've done is I've been pushing the project, but it hasn't been completed due to it needs finance, you know. So with me actually do the tourism, at the same time it's marketing for the business. At the same time it will sustain the business to find growth, and when it finds growth, the actual business, when it actually gets that small income, it will able to sustain it. At the same time, we can look at the big investment, as in doing a car that I know it's going to take around, let's say, 6 months or so, and for me not to actually strain the business, because right now I'm straining the business in terms of if the business has to sustain me and it needs to find growth, at the same time it needs to maintain itself. It's a bit strenuous. So for me,
all right, but your
pitching
time
this-
is up.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We're going to move into a question and answer session where we seek clarity. Lucas has spent time with you, so I'm going to ask him to start with the first round of questions.
Yeah.
Your page has got nothing about the financials. So I don't understand at all where the business is today financially, where is it supposed to go, or are you planning to take it, and how are we going to help you to get the business there in terms of finances?
Okay. The biggest problem that I have is that I look at the bigger goal, but at the same time, I don't have something that maintains the actual business itself. For example, I'll restore a car, it'll take me 6 months, it pays 80,000, but at the same time, it needs to maintain the workers and it needs to maintain myself as well, and it needs to find growth. Now, I started looking where the problem lies, you know?
But then, you go here, you get 50,000 rand.
Yeah.
You're holding 50,000 rand in your hand.
Yes.
With your situation today.
Okay.
What are you going to do with the 50,000 rand? Are you going to buy a booth? Are you going to complete the car? What are you going to do with the 50,000 rand?
With the 50,000 rand, I'm going to complete the project of the cars that you already have at the company to actually showcase the actual work that we actually do.
How many cars is that?
It's 3 of them. It's
3
big.
cars?
Yes, 3 cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 50 grand, you're going to finish off these 3 cars, and then you're going to use them to hire them out for people that want to maybe drive around in a vintage car.
No, basically, as I said, it used to be my grandfather's bicycle shop where it was. The cars are bought them at the actual township. Then I'm sitting with these cars that I bought. Then I said to myself, if I make tourism with the actual cars, people can still come in and take...
What do you mean tourism?
Take people for a ride and tell the history about the township with the actual car and tell the history about the car itself, because at the end of the day, I'm in a restoration company that restores cars, you know.
If you need money, which is what you need now in the short term,
okay,
spend 50 grand restoring these cars, I would sell them immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see what I don't understand,
You need the
Pepsi, is
cash.
that
I don't understand where the business makes
are
money.
you?
I don't understand where your business makes
In
money.
what business are you?
Yeah.
Renting out cars?
Okay, our question and answer time is complete. Thank you very much.
Okay.
We're going to take a few minutes, discuss, and then call you back. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Peachy, it was a bit nervous. But yeah. Ngizothi kambe kahle at the same time akahamba ngakahle ngoba zange ngiclarify.
His business makes sense, or his request for investment makes sense. It's a very good
That's a
investment.
good investment. Perfect. There's the money. And I'm really loving the catch line around the evolution.
Yes.
There's something there, right? It could become something really big.
Correct.
It just needs to go and chat with someone.
All right, guys, so keep pushing the white wall boys. What do you guys think of Nkuleko's business? I'll start with Lucas because this is his area and space.
Look, I like the business. The market, I'll say. I like the market. It's a market that makes money. It's very specialized. But I don't think he fully understands that market. He's a guy that was a mechanic that decided to go into this. His specialty is in customizing cars, not restoring cars. And those are 2 different sectors altogether. And they are not really things that you can mix. Now, my question even to him yesterday was that, are you customizing cars or are you restoring cars? If you customize a car, you'll probably make 80,000 from it and that. If you are restoring a car, you'll make 400,000 from it. And that's not what he's understanding in the market, and I've been talking to him about it yesterday. And still, it doesn't seem like he's grabbed it.
Ndawa. Uphishile.
Yeah.
Bakufika yini wena emqondweni wakho njengoba ubupitcha kulama charges wethu? Ucabanga?
Hey, angazi. Izinto eziningi.
Izinto eziningi esifana njengani?
Ufuna ukukhuluma, ufuna ukusho izinto eziningi ngesikhathi siyi-one, uyabona? Yeah.
So let's take a step back. Let me play devil's advocate for a second and say his business makes sense, or his request for investment makes sense, because if you give him 50 grand and he's able to fix all 3 cars or finish the restoration and sell all of them and end up with 400,000, it's a very good investment.
That's a good investment.
And 400,000 will change his business.
Khona into mhlawumbe ucathi if isikhathi besekhona ubufuna ukuyi-add kwi-pitch.
Ziningi vele ngifuna ukuzi-add mara ngeze ngisho ngicabangele phambili ngisakhuluma yabona. Yeah.
Yini mhlawumbe enye if bengathiwa kwephindi pitch ubungagcizelela yini?
Clarify kahle yokuthi ngizocala kuphi ngicina kuphi.
If he'd come and said, this is like you rightfully said to him.
Yeah.
If you said 50,000 rand, I'm turning it over, I'm going to make 400K, perfect. There's the money.
But is that not where we can provide guidance and say, listen, chap, take 50. Okay, listen, it goes against the rules in the sense that we give you what you pitched for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even if we've got a better idea of what you can do with that money.
And we're setting
And for me as a
precedent.
person that sat with him yesterday, my question is he teachable?
If you were in this business, what would you do?
At this stage where he is at the moment, I'll fix those cars and sell them.
And then what?
After selling those cars, I would look for scrap, cars that have been standing in the township for a long time and that, buy those, restore them, sell them. I'll tell you one thing, I've done that already. I took an Impala, a Chevy Impala. I bought it in the township for 3,000 rand. It's just a body. For 3,000 rand, put 100,000 on the car to restore it. After that, sold the car for 450,000. That's what you need to do in that space.
So ucathi konke lokupitchini ama-charges wethu mhlawumbe asibonile isithombe ubuzama ukubakhombisa sona ngomsebenzi wakho nangebhizinisi lakho.
Bona babonile bagcina nithi bangibuza ama-question.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's why ngithi azange ngiclarify nge-vision ne-goal enginayo yabona. Yeah.
And I'm really loving the catch line around the evolution.
Yes.
There's something there, right? It could become something really big.
Correct.
It just needs to go and chat with someone.
Okay, let's call him back in. Nkululeko, welcome back. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think you did?
3.
3. You're being far too hard on yourself, man. I think you were at least a 5.5, 6.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for doubling it up.
Which is a pass rate.
Yeah.
So, just quick feedback on your pitch. It was light on numbers.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that we can't verify.
Okay.
Based on your pitch. So for instance, it's very difficult to say, will 50 grand restore these 3 cars?
Yeah.
Because you can't really prove that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it's another 100 grand that it'll take to restore these cars. So, however, I liked the fact that you've got these awesome cars.
Yeah.
Lucas says the car that you've got up there right now,
It's an over.
he could sell, you said for what?
Between 120 and 250, we should be able to sell that thing.
120 to 250K. So,
Okay, but actually more because it's a Chevy 2 Nova. It's every American's dream car, one of the Chevys where they started.
Okay.
So if it's fully restored properly, you're looking at 450 to 500,000.
Original spec.
Original spec.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. And then you want to cut its roof off.
No, that's the Valiant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's my feedback in general, and it's what we discussed.
Okay.
1, you need to decide what business you're in.
Okay.
You're either modifying cars or you're restoring classics.
Okay.
If you're modifying cars, you're advertising that service to a different market.
Yeah.
It's young guys and girls that want to be unique and take their cars and turn them into something else. If you're going to do that, you need high volumes. Car comes in, modify it, it comes out, right?
Yeah.
Lucas?
Yeah, I think that was my feedback to him yesterday as well.
Yeah.
To say it's two different markets and you need to look at which market is willing to spend money. Now, the customization market, it's my car is in today, I want it out by the weekend because I need to go clubbing and I can only afford to pay you 10,000 rand for that, put mags on and that. But the restoration market is the market that I say, if you need to work 6 months on this car, work 6 months on this car. But this car is going to make you 400,000 and that, it's a different market altogether. So you need to decide on which market is that.
Yeah.
I have not seen anyone that has mixed the two markets successfully.
Yeah.
I've not seen that.
And if you're going to restore, you have to spend 6 months in a restoration, it means that you need to be restoring more than one car at a time.
Correct.
So you need to have 3 or 4 cars happening, otherwise your business will never survive.
Yes, because at a different stage, you know, if this one is going to be ready this month, the other one is ready next month, the other one is ready. Even if you're doing one car, you'll make enough turnover to keep the business sustainable, and you would be able to increase the volume and do 1, 2, 3 cars at a time.
Okay. All right, Nkululeko, so what we're saying is that for us, the 50 grand and taking you forward in that process is not going to work for us. So we can't continue that with you.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is give you advice that you can implement in your business. I would say top, if I gave you 3 things, is focus on restorations, finish these 3 cars and sell them so that you can have money in your business and that can take you forward. Secondly, you have to start advertising the blogs, where these enthusiasts are, social media, wherever Lucas and other people that are into restorations and cars and whatnot, wherever they are, you need to be there.
Yeah.
All right, so best of luck, my man.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right,
thanks
okay.
for the opportunity.
Shop.
Okay, thanks. The decision about judge, I thought it was fair enough, you know. Bang advise what I should stick on, and I should actually choose. If I want to do both of them, I have to split the 2. So I believe it was fair enough. No disappointment, but I appreciate the privilege.